Okay, good morning. We're going to do a watercolor today, and again, I'm going to be using the Derwent Intense watercolor pencils. Um, Watercolor pencils are so much easier to control, and they're not as messy as watercolor. So we're going to do our background first this morning, and I'm just going to use the side of my pencil. And we're just going to color in 4 different colors today on the, for the background. That was a poppy red, and then this is a teal, aquamarine something. Let's see, green aquamarine. I'm just going to do just part of the page here. And then I'm going to use a little orange over here on this side. And of course, you know, when we put water on this, it's going to melt these colors and they're going to look like a watercolor. And then on the bottom, I'm going to do a red velvet, which is kind of purple. Okay, so we've used the watercolor pencils, and now we're going to put those aside. I'm going to use a pretty large brush here and my little bit of water, and I'm going to just put some water on each one of these areas. Not a lot, but a little, you know, to make this watercolor melt and become the watercolor here. And I'm going to clean off that brush, and then I'm going to go on to the blue, the green, or the aquamarine, and just color that in. Melt it down good, and clean off the brush, and then do a little orange. And then clean off a little, and then I'm going to do this violet down here on the bottom. Okay. All right, put my water aside, clean off my brush one more time, and then I'm going to use my hair dryer, and I'm going to dry this real quick. Okay, that's good. That's pretty dry. Okay, this is pretty dry, and I think I'm going to try to put a little, just a little tape over here on this side. My paper was just almost too big for this. but I want it to lay down a little better. And maybe that'll be okay. All right, and we're going to use these. We're going to use the micron pencil when we get ready to, while we're ready to doodle. We're going to doodle this now. We're going to draw some things on it. We're going to do some flowers on it. And so we're just going to start with a big circle and a little circle. And we're going to put another big circle here and a little circle. And maybe another big circle here and a little circle. And then we're going to fill this circle in such a way that everything is so we do. Okay, we're going to do this little thing right down through here. We're going to put one right down through here. Then we're going to do kind of like it's a little tree. And then we may even do another one right over here. It's a pretty big sheet. You probably want to start out with like a 4x6 sheet of watercolor paper and do a small one first. I got a little carried away here. This is a 9x12. And so anyway, then we're gonna just start up here, and we're gonna make some little circles. These could be circles, they could be rocks, they could be, they're just a doodle. And so we're gonna put a little shading in between these circles just to give them perspective and depth. And we're going to just keep on going until we come right down to the flower, if you want to call this a flower. And we're going to continue on around the flower. Got a little, there you go. And we're going to do all the way over, and we're going to do this around each one of the flowers where it looks like they're not all connected, but there's a big connection here, pretty much. and I'm going to continue to do this. I'll come back in a minute. Okay, now then, I've done a lot to this. I've added a whole lot of circles and shading, and you can, I'm probably going to add a little more circles around the edges, and but I'm going to go back in here with a little gel pen, and I'm just going to just add a few little gel shiny dots in here. Fill in some of these rocks and circles with some of the shiny gel pen, which just gives it, a little pizzazz, a little more pizzazz. Anyway, here we go. Now I moved it so you weren't able to see all of it. Okay, I have a white pen that I had been trying to use, but my white pen doesn't seem like it has very much ink in it. But if you have a white gel pen, the white really does add a lot to it, and really makes it look pretty cool. I will try to find I'm going to try to get a better white gel pen here, because white in some of these would really make it pop and give it a little more pizzazz. So anyway, this is it. This is where you are. This is what we did, and hopefully this worked. I paused, and hopefully this is going to wind up being just one video, and I will put this on when I finish it, I'll put it on my blog, so you can see the finished product. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you will continue to do your own thing. You do your own thing. You add whatever you want to add. There's lots of different squiggles and doodles that you can add to this, and I will see you later.